Well, I'm joined now by Jackson James. He's president of the American Institute for Contemporary German Studies in Washington. Jack knows politics in Germany and the United States as well as anyone, and he also knows the players and he knows how they get along. It's good to have you back on the show. I want to ask you about this Gallup poll that came out today showing Germany is now the top-rated global power. The U.S. plummeting to third place now behind China. What do you make of that?
It's effectively a response to style, if not substance. People don't like Trump's style. They basically then make that equal to the United States. A mistake. I mean, America is not Trump and Trump is not America. But I think he's also challenging people's expectations and to some extent their sense of what America should be in their eyes. And in a way, it's like a whiplash because they had 8 years of Obama who they really fell in love with, and now they've got this guy and they don't like him very much at all.
Yeah, you mentioned Obama. Since he left office, Germany and Chancellor Merkel, they have been called leaders of the liberal Western democratic world. I mean, the standing of Germany has just gone up and up and up. Is it justified?
I don't think it means as much as simply a way of stating people's tastes in style again. Germany's not going to replace the United States. It's not going to work in terms of being any kind of power that would replace what America's role is today. But I think it's a replication of the fact that people are paying as much attention to the way people say things as opposed to what they say. And, you know, I think that that's the case in Germany itself, and to some extent it's the case in other countries as well. So we have a problem of understanding why this style conflicts so much with people's expectations, but we're going to have to come to grips with it because the President of the United States ain't going anywhere soon.
Let me bring you to German politics for a moment. It has never taken this long to hammer out a new government here in Germany. I mean, you and I, we spoke in September during the election. Here it is now January. We still don't have a new government. Is that a bad omen of things to come? Does it mean anything?
Well, I think it's basically a limbo type situation. I mean, Europe is in the middle of a lot of problems. Brexit is absolutely the poster child. But there's a lot of other centrifugal forces pulling at the fabric of Europe. And, you know, Germany was always seen as the kind of picture of stability. And given the fact that this is not just in Germany where this instability is being seen, it's unsettling for many people who want to know, well, what's the next step for Europe? How's it going to be able to deal with some of the challenges that are coming this way? And this rock of stability seems to be a little bit unstable at the moment.
Well, the rock of stability is called Angela Merkel for many people, right? I mean, are we in the final time of the Merkel era in Germany?
I think there's a phase now becoming visible that this last term of 4 years, or maybe less, will be a record of her accomplishments as well as maybe her shortcomings. So I think that to some extent, 12 years is a long time to be in office, and who can replicate that? And I think that's the reason that her record will be better than maybe what some people think it is now. But at the same time, there's a change in the air, and you can't deny it.
You want to venture a guess on what a post-Merkel Germany will look like?
Not much different from what it is now. I mean, I think that the internal fabric of German society is pretty well strengthened economically. You're riding high, a great economic machine that's working in their favor. People are afraid of whether or not they're going to continue. I don't see much difference here. I think that to some extent it might be a question of whether or not Germany's role in Europe or Germany's sense of who it is will become perhaps more front and center. Angela Merkel was able to do a lot of good during the last 12 years, but there's a lot of pending questions out there that need to be answered. And I think the next, shall we say, replacement in the Chancellor will have to face those.
We've got about half a minute. Let me ask you about this grand coalition. They're trying to have a repeat of that. Do you think that's going to happen?
I personally do, but it'll be a hair of a majority because there's what I just said, I think holds true for the SPD as well as throughout the country. But my feeling right now, you asked me tonight, a Monday vote?
Yeah.
A Sunday vote, actually.
Sunday.
I think they're going to pull it out.
Okay. We'll see what happens. Jackson James, president of the American Institute for Contemporary German Studies. Jack, as always, it's good to have you on the show. Thanks for coming in.
Good to be here.